Okay, in this lesson I'm going to show you some very basics. The first thing I want to show you is exactly how to go ahead and put scrolling text onto your sign, and from there actually how to send that scrolling text message to the sign itself. So the first thing that we will need to do is to go up into the XM player and double click. And what this will allow you to do is obviously get started. The first box that you're going to see show up, it says user account control, and it's going to allow you to make the changes onto the hard drive. Simply click yes. Now you're going to see a box that will show up. It's called your Start Setup. You will see two options, synchronous version or asynchronous version. You need to click on asynchronous. And what that will allow you to do is get into the software so you can start making your message. So the very first thing that we need to do is to actually start your file. Now, you start your file by creating a new page. Click on that, and the program page, number 1, will actually show up. In the upper left-hand portion, you are going to see the fleur-de-lis, and in that fleur-de-lis, it's going to see LED 1 on either four corners of that box. This is where you can actually view your information. Now, what we need to do is go back to program page 1, click directly on that, and let's click over here on scrolling text. The message that you see show up simply says hello world, but in the upper left-hand portion of your monitor, you're going to see hello world is only showing up on 1/2 of the actual frame. Now, that would also be true if you sent that message to the sign the way it is right now. That's how it would show up on your sign. So the first thing that we need to do is to change this to a full frame, which will basically fill up the entire monitor screen that you actually can look at, the little window, as well as if you were to send this right now to the sign, it would fill up the entire sign. Let's just change this message and just do a nice simple message. So you need to go on and highlight that, and when you're putting your information in, we always like to use cap lock, and the reason being is that caps obviously your letters, but those letters will show up big and huge on the sign when you send it. So I'm just going to type in a nice message. Let's just go, welcome to Bright Signs. Okay, nice simple message. Now you can see in the upper left-hand portion, it's entirely filled within that screen, but you know what? I want to change the font. Currently we're using Tahoma. So just go click down, and one of my favorite fonts to use is Wide Latin. So I'm going to page down, we're going to click on Wide Latin, and as you can see, that is an absolutely big letter that is going by, and it's filling up almost the entire screen. However, it's going by very slow. So what we need to do is to change the travel time. So right here you can see the words travel time. I want you to click on this, and I want you to change that to 8 seconds. That speeds it up, which allows that message to be read clearly, but again, it doesn't go by so slow where your potential customer may lose interest. The next thing that I want to do is I'm going to kind of spruce this up a little bit, and I'm going to add a border to it, which is called a frame. Now within that frame, the one that comes out standard from the factory is red and green. Now a red-green frame really allows things to pop directly off of the sign itself. What we want to do at this point is I want to send this message right to the sign. So you need to go into your file menu, click on file. Halfway down the page, you are going to see send current program. Click directly on that. You will see this box show up that says terminal and server list. In the upper left-hand portion, right next to IP address, you're going to see a box. Click on that box, which is now highlighting the information you just created, and it is now ready to send it to the sign. So you need to click the word send in the lower left-hand portion. Now it's preparing to send the file, but it needs to ask you a question. How do you want to store it? So in this box, it says select storage type. This is crucial. Since you will be saving the majority of the information you create onto your computer. I don't care if you create a file in your downloads or if you want to save it to your desktop. Whatever file you create, just simply save the information within that file. So again, before you send the message, we need to clear the memory that is on the sign right now. So it says clear memory before send. Click directly on that box and it is clearing off any current information you have on the sign. Hit the word OK. And now it's getting ready to send the file. And once you see this green bar go by, your message has been sent. And that is the easiest and simplest way for us to show you how to get a message onto the sign.